In this video, we are going to learn how to tune our ukuleles. It is very important to make sure that you tune your ukulele every time before you play it. When tuning your ukulele, make sure that you have a parent present to help you. You are probably wondering, what is tuning? To tune means to fix the pitch of an individual string to make sure that it is playing the correct sound. Sometimes the sound of the individual string will be either too high or too low. To help you know if your strings need any adjustments, you received a tuner in your pack. Also be careful when turning the pegs. The changes in sound can be very sensitive, so you won't really need to turn the pegs a lot. You want to make quarter turns, if not smaller. In your pack, you have received this type of tuner. Once you have the tuner out of the box, you are going to hold the top button right here for 2 seconds and it should come on. On the bottom of the tuner, we'll have the different settings. So it is on guitar right now, and there is also, I believe, bass, violin, then ukulele. You will want to use the ukulele setting, or it will be labeled with the letter U. Once you have the ukulele setting on, you are going to use the clip part of the tuner and put it on the head of your ukulele, just like this. On this side of the ukulele, you are going to move the pegs downward to make the sound go lower, and you are going to move the pegs upward to make the sound go higher. Let's start with the G string. First, you are going to pluck the string in the middle of the sound hole, just like this, and the tuner will tell you if it is too low or too high. For this string, it is too low, so we are going to use this bottom peg for the G string, and we are going to turn it upward to make the sound go higher, just like that. And it's still a little bit too low, so we're just going to make a little tiny turn. And there you go. The G string is now in tune. Moving on to our C string, which is the next string. We are going to pluck it in the middle of the sound hole again. And this string is too high. So we are going to take the top peg for the C string, and we are going to turn it downward just a little bit to make the sound go lower. It's still a little too high, so just move it a tiny bit. And now the C string is in tune. Now we are going to tune the right side of the ukulele. So this would be the E string and the A string. When tuning this side, you are going to do the opposite of this side. By that, I mean that when you want the sound to go higher, you are going to turn the pegs downward. And when you want the sound to go lower, you are going to turn the peg upward. Let's start with the E string. So again, you are going to pluck it in the middle of the sound hole. And this string is too low, so you are going to use the top peg for this string. And since it is too low, we are going to turn it downward to make the sound go higher. It's still a bit too low. And now your E string is in tune. Moving on to our last string, you're going to pluck it in the middle of the sound hole again. And this is way too high. So since it's too high, we are going to move the peg upward to bring the sound down. Your A string is now in tune. All of our strings are now in tune. It is always a good idea to check your strings again, just to make sure that they are holding the tuning. Once you check them again, you are ready to play your ukulele. As a reminder, some of the ukuleles are still new, so the tunings will slip a lot more often. So just make sure that when you are practicing, you constantly check to make sure that they are in tune. Happy playing!